I married into a small family, just my husband and his blind father. My parents were thrilled because it was a simple household in a village, with no in-laws crowding the place. They thought it would be easy for me. I, a city-educated girl, had always dreamed of marrying into a wealthy urban family with a modern, educated groom. Instead, I ended up with a village-raised man who worked a city job but always returned home at night. My husband was decent-looking, educated, and kind. He drove to the city every morning and came back in the evening. The house was big by village standards, and there was only his father, my father-in-law, who had lost his eyesight about 3 years earlier due to untreated cataracts and complications. He used to work in the fields, but after going blind, he stayed home. They had a maid for years who took care of everything, including helping the old man, but she left 4 months before our wedding. That's when my husband decided he needed a wife to run the house and care for his father. At first, everything felt manageable. The village women welcomed me warmly on my first day, gave me gifts, and praised the simple wedding rituals. I liked the traditions here. I greeted my father-in-law respectfully and slowly took over the household chores. My husband had told me on our wedding night, "Take good care of Dad. He's been alone for a long time." The maid used to handle everything for him. I promised I would treat him like my own father. Every morning, I prepared breakfast, fed him with my own hands, changed his clothes when needed, bathed him, and listened to his stories. He called me Bahu affectionately and often pulled me close, saying things like, "You're like the daughter I never had." At first, it felt sweet. He was old, helpless, and blind. What harm could there be? But something always felt off. Whenever I was around him, especially when I wore no dupatta while sweeping or doing chores, thinking he couldn't see, I caught him smiling in my direction, or turning his head as if watching me. I told myself it was impossible. How could a blind man stare? Yet the feeling never went away. Sometimes he would, accidentally, brush against me while I helped him dress or comb his hair. My husband often traveled for work, staying overnight in the city once in a while. One day he had to leave for a few days. I suggested he drop me at my parents' house, but he refused. "Dad needs you here. Who will feed him, change his clothes, help him? He can't see, so it's not like there's any issue." I felt uneasy about changing his clothes myself, but I agreed because he was helpless, or so I thought. The first time my husband was away, my father-in-law called me into his room. He was standing in just a dhoti and vest, asking for a shirt. I found one, handed it to him, but he fumbled with the buttons. I stepped closer to help. As I fastened them, his hand, accidentally, landed on my waist. He quickly pulled it away, apologizing softly. I brushed it off. He couldn't see, after all. Then he asked me to comb his hair, massage his head, press his legs. Small requests turned into daily routines. He would hold my hand tightly, saying, "I can't see you, but I can feel how kind and beautiful you are. Thank you for taking care of us." His grip felt too strong, too lingering. I would pull away politely and rush to the kitchen. Months passed. I grew more comfortable, or maybe just exhausted. I stopped wearing a dupatta at home, thinking, "He's blind, what's the harm?" I bathed him, fed him, dressed him, massaged him, everything a dutiful daughter-in-law would do for an elderly, blind father-in-law. But his behavior became bolder. He started asking for oil massages on his head, leg rubs, even calling me to sit close while he talked about his late wife. And how lonely he had been. He would sigh dramatically, hold my hands longer, and say things like, "If only I could see how lovely my Bahu is." One night, after a tiring day, I fell asleep early in my room with the door open. I woke up suddenly. My father-in-law was lying beside me. Shocked, I pushed him away. "What are you doing, Abuji? This is wrong." He didn't move. Instead, in a calm voice, he said, "I'm not blind, Bahu. I've never been completely blind. I just pretended after my sight faded enough to make people believe it. From the first day I heard your voice, saw your shadow, I wanted you. All those touches, those accidents, they were never mistakes." I screamed, cried, struggled, but he was stronger than he looked. He overpowered me that night and ruined everything. My life turned into a nightmare. The man I had cared for like a father had deceived everyone, including his own son, for years. All the care, the trust, the duty, it was all part of his plan.